turf. It was a $15 million gift. And here's the moral of that story. If I invite you to lunch, don't come. So we raised $114 million, and we got grants and other monies, and we invested $350 million in the last 36 months. We went from 90 acres to 200 acres. We built 15 buildings, 1 million square feet of new space. We put over $120 million just in academic buildings. If you haven't been to High Point, you don't understand what I'm telling you. You've got to see it to believe it. And we built brand new dormitories, and we hired 70 stellar faculty. We are now up to 170 faculty members. We increased our scholarships on merit for those who really bring something to the institution. We increased our SAT points by 70 plus points in the last 2.5 years, on average for entering freshmen. And everybody marvels at this miracle called High Point University. And schools that would never even let our admissions counselors come to visit now call us up and say, you send somebody over here because the parents are asking us and we look kind of dumb and we don't know a lot about you guys. Which is exactly where you want to be. Here's a question. How did we get here? And the answer simply is value. This is the 21st century. In the 21st century, if you're a small private institution, we're about 3,700 students in total. How do you exit an ocean of sameness? How do you enter a lake of differentiation? And how do you make a transition to a little pool of distinction? You know it's not easy. Here's how we're doing it. Number one, we said we're going to be a student-centered university. That's exactly what you do. You're student-centered. Student-centered university, that's not just words. In every way, every day, every person must do that. Every student receives an extraordinary education in a fun environment with caring people. Caring people every day. No run around. If I hear about a student who goes to the registrar's office and I say, we don't do that here, you go to the business office, go to the business office, we don't do that here, go to the student life office, I will personally get involved and somebody will die before sundown. I'm Lebanese, we understand that. Somebody will die before. In the first 120 days I was on campus, we tore down 7 buildings. Someone said, did you put a task force and a committee? I said, no, I'm Lebanese. You know, we said, blow that one up. They got the message. They understood what we're talking about. Now look, I'm an in-fun person, so if we don't know each other, you don't know me. My team understands. I'm an in-fun person. I'm always going to laugh. Every day is going to be fun. Our bakery, we have 9 restaurants on High Point. Our bakery is called Great Day Bakery. Why? Because the president every day says, this is a great day. And if it's not, it's your fault. And don't go around whining, because we give everybody on our campus one of those little doohickeys. And it sounds like this. You whine, we click your butt. Every married woman in America deserves to own one of these clickers right here. So the bottom line is, that we said we're going to be student-centered. That meant first and foremost, make sure they live in nice places, they eat nice food, it's a safe environment, and yes, pristine environment. I make no apologies on this stage or on any stage, before any audience at any time, that today's students should not live in a fine or on a fine campus. Why not? The people who tell you that they should live in bad places are the ones who will also tell you, when I was your age, I walked 14 miles to the 6th grade. They need to see a therapist. Those are the parents and grandparents. We're not in that business. Our students live in a beautiful place. Beautiful rooms. They go to beautiful classes. $35 million worth of technology on our campus we put in the last 36 months. There's nothing that an institution needs in technology that we don't have on our campus. So, we focused on the learning environment. We said a person who lives in a nice room, eats decent food, lives with caring people, studies in beautiful environments, you know what? That's probably a person who could do better in life. Now it's a two-way street. We tell our students, with good things come big responsibility. You got to perform. You got to go to class. High Point, we still take attendance in our classes. You don't show up, the professor will send you a letter, an email. Say, hey, Jack, where are you? What happened to you? If you don't answer the professor, it goes privately to academic services, and they'll chase Jack to see if he's sick, depressed, has a cold, hates 8 o'clock classes, intimidated by the professor. Can I tell you a secret? I believe, now remember, I'm not speaking as a college president. I'm speaking to you as a guy who came to America with nothing, built half a dozen businesses, have been down this road a few times, understand a few things about life, who, by the way, happens at this stage of his life to be the president of his undergraduate alma mater, and what a privilege that is. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I think most schools today, most institutions of higher learning, take great pride in the notion that they spend the first year of a freshman's life trying to weed them out. I have 4 kids. I literally sat in one of the classes with one of my children, my oldest son Ramsey, I won't say what school, 500 people in the class, half of the kids in the back reading USA Today while the professor's speaking. Now I teach a class at High Point called the President's Seminar on Life Skills. Can't use your phone. You sit there and you listen, and here's how it happens. I say, look guys, hey, I don't need to be doing this. I'm doing this for you. It's a two-way street. I'm going to tell you what I know, what I've learned the hard way in 30 plus years of business. It will change your life. I'm going to talk to you about money and about communication, about presentations, about time management, and about life and about relationships. But you got to appreciate it. That means you sit, you listen, you take notes, write me emails, you ask me questions, you come talk to me after class. And the more you do that, the more I will open up my heart and give you everything I got. What kind of relationship do you think I have in my classes? 500 plus in a freshman class. But we don't have classes like that at High Point. Only the president is teaching every freshman, and so we break them up into 2 classes. Here's what the class sounds like. That's right. You can throw a paper napkin on a carpeted floor and hear it hit on the floor. I believe young people are like airplanes. You only hear about the ones that crash. I believe that our tomorrows are going to be better than our yesterdays. Yes, they're different than you and I may be, because they grew up in a different environment with different societal pressures and opportunities. So I heard the professor stand there and say to the class of 400 or 500 in economics class with my son, freshman son, barely 18, sitting in the classroom, scared to death, 2 weeks into the first year of his new experience in life. And the professor says, look to your right and look to your left, because 2 of the 3 of you will not be here next year. God has just spoken. See, I think that professor's going to go straight to hell, that's right.